So is Fare the best weekly option for drivers? I'm going to take a look. I'm Christian with the Rideshare Guy, and today I'm going to talk to you about the new option to get a vehicle on a weekly basis with a company called Fare. Now, Fare acquired Uber's exchange leasing portfolio almost about a year now, I'd say, ago. And they've partnered with Uber to be Uber's vehicle solution for drivers who either don't want to put a bunch of miles on their cars, who need to have a car that they can use for Uber with unlimited miles, but just to save up and get another car. But this is an option, and we're seeing some pretty good deals on it. So I'm gonna go right in and tell you how it works and how you can try to get the best deal through using the Fare app. Now they are official partners with Uber. So after purchasing Uber's exchange portfolio, and they've made a partnership with Uber to be able to provide these sort of vehicle solutions on a weekly basis for Uber drivers. Now, one thing I do like about Fare versus say Express Drive or a lot of these other sort of rental programs is that with Fare, even though you have to be an Uber driver to have access to it right now, once you do have the car, you can use that Fare car to drive for Uber, Lyft, Postmates, DoorDash, Flex. Like you can use it for whoever you want to drive for. So there's no like platform lockout, right? And that's really important because we really want to have like the option to drive for both platforms, to drive in the gig economy for say Uber or Lyft. So in order to get a car, you have to download the Fare app. We have a link in the article and in the description, but download the Fare app and then you'll sync your Uber driver account with the Fare app using your login credentials for Uber via their API. And it'll actually take you into a section for rideshare and Uber where you can check out a bunch of cars. So when I went and checked it, there was about, I think it was like 400 cars available in the Fare app. And this is just kind of like an example of some of the cars I found. So the lowest I saw a car available for was 110 per week, which is this blows, Hertz and all these other companies like out of the water right off the bat, like right out of the get go. 110 a week is like you can't find that on any other platform right now. But more typical that I found was like a Versa Note for 120 per week, or a Malibu for 140, or an SUV for 180. Now that doesn't include insurance, but I'll get to that in a second. So the features and benefits for using Fare and getting a Fare vehicle on that weekly kind of basis is that they have unlimited mileage. So you don't have to worry about racking up the miles on your own car. You can drive it until the wheels fall off. That kind of thing. And there's basic maintenance included. So that's 8 oil changes per year. And, you get the filter changes and the tire rotations. Fare keeps the car under a limited warranty while you're using it, but you're still kind of, responsible for like brake pads and stuff. But, if like the transmission goes out or the motor blows up, that kind of thing, right? Like those big ticket sort of random happenstance sort of situations, like that's what the limited warranty is probably going to protect you from there. So you can also return the car with only 5 days notice. So if you're done driving, you get another job, or you're just sick of driving people around, just give them 5 days notice and boom, you can take the car right back. Now, one of the tough things with Fare though is that there is a startup fee of about $500. So a lot of us are probably thinking, wow, $550 startup fee kind of, right? So for starters, on the startup fee, pun intended, it's pretty similar to what you're going to have to pay for like a deposit to rent a car anyways. I know like a lot of the deposits are a little bit cheaper. I think around 250 or 350, but you know, the startup fee isn't a deposit. You never get it back. It's just now the startup fee does eventually pay itself back once you rent from Fare for long enough. Like usually over like a month or so, it'll make up the difference because Fare, from what I've found, it actually has a lot of the cheapest options for getting a weekly car. Now, how to sign up for a Fare and get a car. So you'll download the Fare app and you'll link your Uber driver account via Uber's API, and you'll end up uploading your driver's license. Now, from there, once you get in, you'll be able to see all the cars available for Uber, right? And right now, the selection varies between fuel efficient, sedan, hybrid, or SUV. You can also filter by price, distance, and the color of the vehicle. And the hybrids, they do go quickly right now in California because we just raised our gas tax because we're idiots. And now gas costs $4 a gallon. So magically, everyone wants a hybrid. Anyways, long story short, there'll probably be more hybrids available in the future. If you can't find one right now, just keep checking back in the app, kind of towards the mornings. Then there'll be a new supply available. So a lot of the inventory for these cars is like a network of dealerships and other cars out there, and they put their cars on. So just kind of check back if you can't find a hybrid right away. And then so once you select the vehicle, you can review how much it's going to cost. So that Sentra that I showed earlier, after the price with tax would be $120. And then after you apply our RSG 100, from there you sign up for either fares insurance or you get your own full coverage and insure it. And then, you sign for the car and go pick it up. You can use our code. We have a code that'll get you $100 off. It's RSG 100. RSG 100. Anywho, that'll take $100 off that startup fee. You can choose to, like I said, insure your fare vehicle either through your own insurance or you could bundle with fares insurance. Fares is $35 a week, and it includes all of this stuff here. I'll let you read it. I'm not going to go through it all. But if you get your own insurance, it must be full coverage insurance, bodily injury liability insurance with at least the minimum limits required by law, property damage liability, minimum limits required by law, that sort of thing. So, go in and read that here in the article, like what's needed, and maybe you'll find a cheaper price. So, let us know if you do, like how it compares. So one of the things that we had trouble with here is whether or not the fare cars are considered a lease or a rental, and that's important because if it's considered a lease, then we might be able to deduct our mileage off of driving these cars. So on top of these being cheaper than most rentals, if this is considered a lease, then we can also deduct mileage, and that usually for a full-time driver ends up being like a lot more than you can deduct by doing the actual expenses method. But even if this is considered like a rental by the IRS, then it's still cheaper than like all the other rentals right now. So like Express Drive is probably, I think it's like $225 a week, and then like Hertz is somewhere around $250, and higher cars anywhere from $250 to $350 per week after fees and insurance and la 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 la. Right. So regardless, this is probably like if you're looking to do a weekly rental or a weekly sort of situation for like your vehicle, you should definitely check out Fair and compare it to all of your other options. And you might actually find that because it's on an app and you can do everything there, it's just faster to get it done that way anyhow. So, the final take is that I got from it is that Fair is the cheapest flexible car option right now for Uber. Now, I say that a little bit with a caveat because, let's say you use Express Drive and get the rental rewards program, that will end up making your weekly fee a lot less. But when it comes to actually being the most flexible and being able to drive for the most sort of apps at any given time and kind of, taking into more of that holistic approach, then yeah, Fair is pretty much right there. It's Fair is right there. Like this is pretty close. It's basically the cheapest flexible option right now. I can't think of anything else. So check it out. Use our code RSG 100 to save $100 off that startup fee. And yeah, I'm Christian with the Rideshare Guy. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, keep your hands on the wheel, your eyes on the road, and your wheels on the ground.